though, this time round? Do you like the approach they have? Because we saw game one, they really struggled against this style of draft.
They did, but they do have heroes that can move around the map much easily, I would say. Having Monkey King, having Wind Ranger, and the Rajix Timbersaw, one of his better heroes for sure. Let's see if he can dodge the stun. He can, but he can't dodge the second one.
Yeah, they got the bolt coming out afterwards. A pop a Verifier. Will buy him a little bit of time, but Gorg will still be able to chase down, get that last hit in. So first blood for Gorg.
Yeah. In this series, Gorp, he either gets first blooded or gets the first blood.
Hey, that's true. That is certainly true, and as we saw when he gets it, it ends up quite well. Of course, that was 60 minutes later, and you sort of agree with the sentiment of the panel that this game, if this one does start to go later and later, that the Medusa's always going to be the boss of this game?
Technically, yes. I'm looking at Puck mostly. I've seen a lot of Puck games. This is also last pick Puck, so he can dodge a lot of these things. Like they don't have this like really good stun that he should be afraid of. Very easy to dodge CK stun. Shackle Shot's probably their best ability to try to lock him down, and also Soulbind. But yeah, I've not been impressed by Puck performances lately. I feel like the hero's in a weird state where it can go off. Like there's a lot of good ways to play Puck in the later stages of the game. Big fan of just E-Blade. I feel like that hero works really well, especially with Witchblade. Like once you combine those two items, the creep skipping that you can do in this game probably gotta get high value because you're not playing against a lot of control. Jibei getting harassed a lot on the top lane.
And what is it that you tend to find that sort of Puck as a hero doesn't offer in comparison to some of the hot mids right now?
Because I feel like his damage is pretty static. He needs to be able to reset multiple times. You go in with Vanning Rift, Illusory Orb. You're very annoying as a hero. He might be annoying in this one because, once again, they don't have enough lockdown for it. But this is your damage, pretty much. You know, you need to be able to reset multiple times. And sometimes if you don't do it, if you get caught, it's just very different to some of the other mid laners, what they provide.
We can see here for the start already, both carries, they've opted to switch up the lanes. I mean, who's sort of getting the best deal out of this switch up from both teams here on the laning?
Rajix is going to get a lot. I don't think he cares too much about Medusa at all. Nader Bane, like that's some pure damage, but he's already level 2.5. Once he gets to level 3, he's going to have a really free lane. And also having a tri-lane with the Grimstroke. If Grimstroke connects, like you get more value from the potentially like Boundless Strike. I think they might need to leave Medusa alone and just give her XP. I think that's much better. If Bane is also staying away from experience and the top lane is doing okay-ish, that's also fine. I just don't want to see Bane, you know, getting... Because Medusa, if she doesn't feel fine at the bottom, she gets level 6, goes to jungle a bit earlier, gets her levels, gets the items, and it's one way to play it. This is something that Gaming Gladiators did. This is something that Team Liquid did against Gaming Gladiators. This is how they play Dota. Just how they respond to aggressive tri-lanes.
Straight away. She wanted to see us in that change up, and they've brought the three of them up top in response. Chicken Fighters, and we'll get them the kill on Ixon. Mid lane, dead even. Whilst we've been watching the action on the side lanes, 15-1 here from both. Oh, a little bit of a pause. A close start. Well, I say that the top lane is definitely going to have a little bit of an impact against Chicken Fighters.
Gorp, look at him, focusing on denies instead of CSing. 10-12, you don't see that often.
No. That's a lot of XP taken away from Chicken Fighters top lane. Got to be careful on their supports though. They want to be feeding away their lives here. Ixon and Pablo. Zerat and 5-Up will be ready to play with them. Just got to make sure they keep Gorg's area safe so he can continue to contest the CS very nicely against Jibei.
Bane doesn't provide you with much in a tri-lane, so they are kind of abusing it. Same goes for Mars. I think the tri-lane from Chicken Fighters is really weak unless they hit like big illuminates on the heroes. Gorp will still get the farm no matter what, and they're keeping the lane in a very good spot. Era. He's just pulling so that they cannot pull. That's what he's doing right now. And the 5-up will go for the small camp.
It's a Gorg. Just going to try and go for the aggression, but again, Jibek, well-placed spear will keep Gorg off the supports. Yikes, and he's got the chase down on 2 couriers. See if he's able to get any of them. Oh, no.
Oh, seems like Donkey's stronger than a monkey.
Oh, and he dies. The tower takes him out. Couldn't quite get the job done there, Ixon.
I get it, man. I get it.
Looking at the bottom lane, Rajix, he brought Boots of Speed and Orb of Venom. He wants to chase down this Medusa.
Yeah.
And this is a really good item. Like, you don't necessarily need to kill her, but you are threatening a kill if she doesn't respond with the TP. So he's not getting a Quelling Blade, going for Soul Ring immediately. Rajix, he is the master of the hero, so he knows what needs to be done in this specific situation.
Oh, top lane. So Team Bolt going for Jibbe. Be able to turn with a spear, but even with Gorg held back, the supports, they'll finish off the job. As Ixon and Pablo take down Jibbe in the top lane. I mean, side lanes in general continue to be off to a very good start here for Team Bolt. Just that mid lane where we're seeing things continue to be kept even. 29-3, 29-3. It's as close as it can be in that mid matchup. So these side lanes definitely a bit of a concern here for Chicken Fighters early game.
Well, 5-up has been on point with his Bane Nightmares. Gorp in a little bit of trouble.
So if Jibbe can get the angle, he can. Backup's going to be coming in for Gorg. Blast, it'll catch him. Chicken Fighters, they'll be able to punish Gorg as the supports left him in chase of 5-up into the jungle.
Medusa, he can go back to the bottom lane. Level 4, Rajix, level 6. It's very difficult. That's why putting an offlaner in the safe lane sometimes feels really strong.
Yeah.
Very hard to push him out of the lane because they do get the levels. And now Rajix can TP to the top lane. He's high level. Gork swaps to the bottom. We'll get some solo XP. He knows there's no one down there.
I mean, yeah, because this is scary right now because you're trying to play this safe lane as a Mars and doing it a couple of levels behind us at a level 6 Timbersaw that's turned up. That means that this area is not easy for Jibbe to farm it.
It's very difficult. Rajix also pulling the creep wave to the stack. They're going to try to blast it, pull it back.
They want to try and blast Jibbe. So they can get on top of him here. They've got the silence. Inkswell follow up. Team Bold, they've got some really nice moves here and reaction to the early game. This is some great setup and it's without a doubt causing issues for Chicken Fighters in these early minutes.
Oh, seems like Supreme will gank Gorp on bottom.
Let's see if they can do it here. I mean, with the two of them, I mean, Supreme's kind of hesitant.
Just kidding. He saw his items.
Yeah.
Raindrop, Helm. Medusa doesn't really
It's a hard kill.
give much damage early on.
Better luck next time.
This lane swaps from Chicken Fighters, I don't think they're getting too much out of it right now. Coma, he's 24 CS against Timbersaw 44. In terms of net worth, how much is that? 3,200 against Medusa 21. So she needs to catch up.
And I guess the scary thing for Chicken Fighters this game as well is that, you know, for Rajix on the Timbersaw, it really is a draft that's not going to do too much against a Timber with like a first time. You know, once he's got this hood, they can't really kill this Timbersaw for quite some time until they've got some later big items.
It's going to be difficult. They need to bring like 4 heroes to be able to bring him down once the hood is up.
Bottom lane, see Gorg and Pablo setting up onto Jibbe. Still got the spear, so he'll be able to hold back Gorg. We do continue to see there's not really much safe space to be had for Chicken Fighters cause in the side lanes. They're having to really respect the power of Team Bold in this early game.
That's what their lineup is really good at. Just being able to run down the heroes. Tier 1 tower is gone, so Rajik has a lot of space to play with on the top lane. Like his TP rotations are going to be extremely powerful, so they need to be careful about that. Wind Ranger and Puck, as you said, neck and neck in terms of net worth. Excalibur didn't invest any gold in any of the small items. No raindrop, no nothing. Just going straight for the Maelstrom. Wants to be able to get that damage going.
Bottom. Have an attempt on Gorg, but yeah, he's beefy. Has a lot of damage to take out. Top lane Koma's going to be forced out the lane once more by Rajix. Another TP back to base has to come out from the Medusa.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
As they are really heavily limiting the space that Koma can go for. It's really getting to the point where he's probably just got to stick to the jungle. These side lanes are not safe for this Medusa to hit the creeps.
They need to use Puck. Puck has high levels, almost finishing Witchblade, so they need to use Coil, try to get the pickoffs, even if it's only on support. Like, they need to make something happen, because right now map is getting smaller for them.
Yeah, it does feel it has to be, you know, maybe Excalibur on the win range that they target all the supports, because both Gorg and Rajix are not guaranteed kills in the Dream Coil. Already proving to be very hard targets to go on in these early stages.
Look at where Rajix is playing. He's dragged the creep wave behind tier 2 tower, and they will stay away from him.
And they don't want to mess with this man. Koma be able to grab that Ice Rune in time. Speed him up a little bit between the camps as he tries to catch back up in farm. Still a long way to go. Mid lane. See the setup on a 5-up. We'll be able to hold back. Rajix and TPs are coming in, so no chance to dive the tier 2s for now. Maybe a dead Monkey King here, Ixon. Cleared back underneath the tower. They'll catch something out of this Chicken Fighters.
I think if he just didn't go for the wake-up play on Timbersaw, Timber would be fine. I'm not sure if they want to invest so heavily in killing him. Like, they can if they bring numbers and he's underneath the tier 2 tower. Like, he's not that tanky. We're talking about 10 minutes in, so... A couple of stacks also made in the jungle. And it seems like Timber wants to stack it again.
Oh, nicely done there with the Chakram. Making sure there's going to be plenty of farm for Gorg to catch up with. You know, Armlet done. It's a tough one to go on. Jibei's just taking the space out here to farm himself. But Ixon scouting out action with the smoke. He's going to be close to a couple of couriers passing by. Might be able to pick some of these up. Looks like he's trying to get in the angle for this one. Does he want to go for the courier? No. Okay, let it pass. Just getting these deep wards down and controlling this deep vision against Chicken Fighters, especially over the triangle, so they can keep eyes on the progression of Koma.
Chicken Fighters smoked. They do have Witchblade available on Puck and Coil, so they want to get something done. The game really slowed down. Both of the teams really farming a lot. Radiant using a scan. It will show someone is there, so Excalibur.
Let's see if Supreme wants to jump this. It's a bit of a tricky jump.
It's a tough one.
Ah.
Radiant's courier has been...
They won't find anything with that move, Chicken Fighters. Bottom lane, Jibei. He's gone for the arena. He's looking for the angle on Gorg. He'll get it.
It's the ball of the
arena he goes. Gorg. He's going to be able to... Is he going to be able to walk this out? He is with the armlet toggle. Gorg's going to live. And in fact, they're having a run. Jibei very low. They'll salve and earn him back up. But Gorg getting out of there just in time. Backup turns up, and they didn't have enough to kill him off through that armlet once he had it turned on.
A Soulbind actually makes him live there, because I think if Soulbind doesn't connect, the stun will not connect on Keeper of the Light, and he would be able to get the finishing touch on him. Right. Gorb, also no magic wand. This hero has very limited mana pool, does have a Soul Ring and 1 Mango, but later on, you still feel like you need that bit of an extra stats and mana.
Let's see. They're going to have an attempt at taking down Rajix. We'll see if it's successful. They've got the grip. With the grip, it should be good enough. Actually, no, it's a good silence. As Pablo, he's able to reach in, basically give his life there to put a stop to the Fiend's grip and allow Rajix to break away from the team of Chicken Fighters. Supreme will continue with the chase. He's got his eyes on Gorg. I don't know if Chicken Fighters can get anything more out of that. As a very great selfless play there from Pablo keeps his core alive.
And once we get to that point where Puck feels I'm gonna say unkillable, probably gonna die in this game, but yeah, they do struggle, even with only 1 point in phase shift, even without Blink Dagger. They still kind of have a hard time locking him down.
Nice smokes on. They know there's no grip. Which in turn...
They smoked, but the courier's coming, so they know something is up. I mean, this is pretty rookie mistake right there.
Oh, he's quick with a phase shift. Is able to get it in time before the Phantom's Embrace connects, and now Supreme's going to look to turn. He's got the Dream Coil down. Shackle's out in response to Excalibur. He's able to catch both of them. The Wukong's Command's down as well. Excalibur's falling low. He's keeping his distance though with the Wind Run. He'll be able to make it away. The Soulbind looking down Supreme and 5 up for now. Ixon won't have the damage on his own to finish off the kill. Power Shot's going to miss. It hits between the two of them. So they'll lose the Monkey King. See the chase from Shibate. He's got the arena down. He's trapped Excalibur. This time round, Excalibur's got nowhere to run. Chicken Fighters, they'll be able to get a big kill eventually out of the move, taking out the mid.
Good rotation from Chicken Fighters. They do bring numbers. They brought even Medusa, who's going to farm the stacks that Team Bold made for themselves.
That's big.
This was like 4 stacks.
Yeah, Coma was falling behind, and now you can see dead even with the farm that Gorg's been able to pick up out that early game. So a big move to re-enable their Medusa. Getting the net worth back even here. 7 for 3, but less than 1k gold in it. Strong move from Chicken Fighters there around the mid.
I want to see Team Bold play a bit more aggressive to put out more pressure on the map. Use this CK as a fighting tool as well. You do have, as we've seen, unkillable Timbersaw, and now he's pushing the tower.
They've got Grip back up if they
Grip
want
is
to
up
try.
again, and there's a Spirit Vessel.
They've got that Vessel. That will make all the difference. Is it enough to get the kill though? No, he's still able to get the hood off. Just in time, he's getting away, but the Dream Coil's there. He's been caught by the Hex. They're able to burst him. Excalibur in return, he's trying to run down Supreme with a focus fire, but Coma shows his face, and with the Stone Gaze, Excalibur can no longer commit for the puck kill. So he's got to run. Good hold from Chicken Fighters, and indeed, with that Vessel done, they now do have the potential to threaten the life of the Timbersaw.
Needs to bring extra heroes. Like, they needed to have someone else. Monkey on the Tree is one of the better heroes to stop Fiend's Grip, because he can always just Boundless Strike as a position for...
Ixon playing risky there. Hopping around the trees. Right underneath Chicken Fighters, they won't allow that to happen. Jibbe just drops the arena, takes the kill. Back over in the mid as well, Supreme. Gets very close to taking Excalibur out there. He's going to jump forward. Excalibur's able to turn with a Shackle shot. Phantom's Embrace down as well. He can remove it though, as Excalibur's going to get taken out. See if they can catch with the stun. It's flying over the way of Supreme. They've caught him with the bolt, but there's the save from Jibbe. Jumps in with the spear, turns around. They're keeping Supreme alive. He's able to put the feint shift, blink out to safety. Supreme will live. And Chicken Fighters, they may not even been done yet. They're looking towards Gorg. They're knocking back down to the low ground, caught by the silence.
Supreme still baiting them.
I mean, Supreme wants to jump over with this. Look how low Gorg is. Supreme, he won't commit though. He's aware of the Boundless Strike coming in from Ixon. He doesn't want to jump in straight away blindly. Coil down now though, onto Ixon. Spear connection from Shibate. Will lock down Radix. Got anything more to throw out against this Timbersaw? He's down to half HP, but Chicken Fighters, they'll hold back. They'll be more than satisfied with that series of events. They're getting a few good kills under their belt now, up to 12-3 in a 3k lead.
Yeah. Keeper of the Light, refreshing Puck's abilities in the fight, very powerful at the moment. And Witchblade, like we didn't mention it, but it's a true strike against the Wind Ranger. So like applying the overtime damage on a Wind Ranger feels really good, and then using both of your tools. So far they didn't manage to bring the Puck down. 3-4-0 on Supreme, level 13. Highest hero in the game with Medusa.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
We'll see this replay again around the mid. Excalibur, it's a good Shackle turnaround, but he's so low and staying as close as he was to the puck. It's a matter of burst between the Coil and the puck, and he was going to go down, and then Supreme living it despite this stun hitting.
And then Blink.
Jibbe making sure that there's no further damage coming in onto this puck.
Dodges the Timber Chain as well, plus Chakram and the Whirling that dodges everything pretty much. And this Keeper of the Light like is sustained because he does have Trusty Shovel, so a couple of healing salves. He does have Spirit Vessel charges and Chakram, of course.
Onto the tier 2 here at the early moments of 18 minutes.
Radiant structures are fortified.
See how much they want to stick around for this.
Radiant's bottom tower
Excalibur
is under attack.
working towards that BKB. Now look for the kill on error. Not a lot that Era can do here. The focus fire from Excalibur allows him to take him down. We do see Chicken Fighters trying to respond to this. He had to jump in with the arena, but Gorg is going to try and fight back. He pops the Phantasm, the link there connecting both Jibei and 5UP. As Jibei goes down, Gorg, he'll take out the 5UP as well. DPs have come in from Chicken Fighters though. As now Team Bold, they'll start to split. They'll accept the fight as it is, taking down 3. Supreme's jumping forward. He's looking for Excalibur because Excalibur was so low on the retreat there.
They don't have vision. They couldn't see him. This is what I wanted to see from Team Bold, just to be able to group up, use this CK ulti as a fighting tool. Most of the CKs as carriers do tend to use it as a farming ability, but I want to see them put more pressure because they're playing into Medusa. This Puck, I'd say he's getting out of control.
Yep.
He's super farmed, has boots of travel, so he can be anywhere on the map. Haven't seen much from Ixon's Monkey King. 7 deaths on him, playing into Arena, playing into Puck. Like, Puck has his number throughout the whole game.
Dire are scanning.
Once again, though, Team Bold taking over the jungle of Chicken Fighters. Both cores BKBs around the corner. Excalibur and Gorg, they'll have those very shortly.
Are scanning.
Oh. Supreme. He's going to try and make the moves here, but Pablo throws out of silence, and Supreme will have to jump out to the side. Pablo, he'll get left behind. Let's give the space, though, for Excalibur to safely disengage. We'll see if Supreme can catch more. He's got his eyes over towards the mid. And he's going to commit the coil.
He wants the Arcane Rune. Oh, but the ult.
Ragic says no. I'll grab that for himself. Now in the midst, yeah, Supreme's got to be cautious there. Maybe a Boundless into a Shackle against an illusion might have cost him his life, but as it is, it misses. Supreme's okay. I'll give him a nightmare, but nothing to follow up. This Team Bold will be ready to go for the next fight very, very shortly.
BKBs are needed. As you said, Chaos Knight has one done. Wind Ranger needs 300 gold to finish her, so this is the timing when they smoke and try to get a kill. Potentially top part of the map, transition that into Roche. Their Roche taking potential is so-so. If they have Phantasm, then it's great, because Chaos Strike does deal 1.5 damage to creeps for whatever reason, and Roshan is a creep.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Now Ragic's just going to make sure they don't lose any towers here. Supreme. Actually, he's just losing half his HP as the damage of Ragix, who's now got that full halberd, so won't be quite as easy for Coma to turn up to the fights and do damage. Ragix is going to be able to take down some of that physical threat. Bottom lane. Supreme. He's got his sights set on Ixon again. As Ixon, he's going to be able to step to the side. He'll have Primal Spring up again in a second, but not a chance.
Chakra Magic, reducing the cooldown on Puck, level 16. It's a very difficult game for Monkey King, I would say. He's going the Fusel Blade, which is fine. Keep people inside the mana burn against Medusa. I've seen Monkey Kings with, like, I think you can build any item you feel like it's needed for the game, whether that's like Solar Crest, Eul Scepter, Atos, like we've seen some Scotty Monkey Kings as a first, second item, even. Like, the itemization is very open, grip.
They're going to try and go for Ragix. He's got quite a few items now. He's pretty tanky. He's able to get the hood off. He's going to be able to jump to the side. The arena's down, locking them in. See Coma trying to move into position with the Stone Gaze, but they haven't done enough damage to kill Ragix. Ragix is fine, and now Team Bolt, they're ready to turn. They look towards Supreme. Supreme had to jump to the side. Gorg getting low, but with the armlet, he keeps himself alive, can turn, beat down onto Coma. Double kill for Ragix, and he's not done yet. Another jump forward with the Timber Chain, cuts out as Jibei. As Ragix, he really is at that point where you don't go on this map. He may be under your tier 2 tower, but even with the grip, the arena, they could not do the damage to bring this Timber down.
They needed Spirit Vessel. That's what they needed in that fight, just to be able to... Because they had lockdown. It was grip into Spear, but no healing reduction, and he is super farmed, as you said. Level 17, he had Heaven's Halberd and Dual Scepter. There's a way to dispel it, but if they caught him with those stuns, it would be more than enough to bring him down. But this is a good way to make a comeback into the game.
Yeah, this is
Ranger coming in, using the Focus Fire on Roshan. Seems like they're not going to contest. Mars is dead. So is Medusa. They're scanning, making sure to get the information before it's shown on the screen.
And you know, as we saw it, hearing from the panel during the draft, you know, that inevitability of the Medusa getting to the scarier portions in the late game. Do you imagine there's a bit of pressure now to Team Bold to go for some objectives with this Aegis and not play it passively?
For sure. They need to wait for the BKBs, reset. Their heroes are a bit low on mana. Rajik's stuck in the base. Needs to get out, pinging it.
Oh, there we go.
So yeah, it's time to go. Push the waves and go for another smoke play.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Gorg picked up a Blink Dagger, so that's going to be a good way to scout the back lines. He wants to be able to delete 2 supports. Like Medusa's a bit too tanky, especially if she uses the Stone Gate, so they need to take out the supports first. They do have Wind Ranger as well. I think in fights, they don't need to go for Medusa with the Focus Fire, because like, it's a good way to burn through mana on Medusa, don't get me wrong, but you also want to take out rest of the people first. I think Mars is a good candidate if they get a good jump. He still doesn't have a BKB. Full E-Blade done on Puck.
He's been caught!
Well, not yet. He had a courier coming.
Supreme gone for a minute. This is quite a bit of time here for Team Bold to get some stuff done with the Aegis.
Radiant's courier has been...
Jibate, he has got the mid creep wave under control though. It's definitely going to slow down potentially what Team Bold can achieve whilst Puck's gone. See Rajix, he's just going to focus on bringing around this bottom creep wave. Get working on the tier 1 bottom. Gorg, and he's going to look for the catch behind the tower. He's in with the jump. Coma, he's going to have backup. Shibe, in with the arena. Locked down over towards Pablo. Pablo's trying to get out, but he's trapped. He goes down. Gorg still trying to commit in on this, but the Fiend's Grip is holding Excalibur through the BKB. Coma, he's able to get the Stone Gaze off. That's going to freeze both cores. And that's Excalibur down, Gorg as well. The Aegis gone. Chicken Fighters, they're setting up to take down Gorg a second time. Is there going to be any sort of backup the Team Bold can offer? He's getting abandoned here. The rest of the team bailing out on Gorg as Team Bold, a little bit of an uncoordinated jump there behind the tier 2 means they won't get much done at all with that Aegis.
Timbersaw was not with them. They definitely do need him. This is going to be another pickup. So they basically killed 5 heroes with 4.
They're going to go for Rajix as well. They're smoking up to get that boost of speed to close the gap here. As Supreme is trying his best to control Rajix. Can they actually lock him down though? It's a little too hard with the Timber Chain reach, and Pablo is TP'd in. So Rajix will still be able to get away from that chase of Chicken Fighters. But Chicken Fighters, they can turn back over towards the creeps and get the push going down mid.
They also used 2 BKBs in a fight that they didn't win, so their BKBs right now are down to 7 seconds. Gorp also used BKB before Aegis. So, I mean, he could have tried to get out because Fiend's Grip was used, Medusa ulti was used if he saved it. Maybe they just thought, we have enough damage, we need to go in and try to burst someone, but like the amount of... Like, illusions are tanky from CK, but with Orb and also Illuminate, Medusa's right clicks, it doesn't feel like that much. Even second ability from Mars does a ton of damage to illusions. Ooh, misses.
Easy kill for 5 up. Top. They've got the Boundless into the Bolt. They've got the setup, the combo, and the Shackle follow-up. That's Supreme gone. And for a couple of times now, we've seen, you know, for as much as Ixon struggled with how much they picked him off, these Boundless strikes from the trees very much being that little bit of an opening that allows these longer sort of stuns to connect.
He went for a little greedy build, I would say. During TI, I remember Puck, like his sometimes second, sometimes third item was always Eon Disc to be able to just... Because in this type of a game, you want to be able to split push as much as you can without dying. Focus fire on Medusa.
Yeah, to get the Stone Gaze off in time though, so Coma, he'll be fine. TP backup coming in. They've got their eyes on Radix. Do they want to commit for this Timber Store? It's tricky, and without Supreme, they don't want to. They're backing off. They're happy just keeping Coma safe and getting out of there. Jibei's still sticking around. He's got Arena in 15 seconds. And by that time, Supreme will be back up. So maybe the temptation for Chicken Fight is still to try and find something. And Radix very aggressively between the two towers. As they'll get the grip and the spear follow-up. He heavily overestimates his ability to survive there.
There was no Boundless. Puck jumped Monkey King with the silence. They caught a glimpse of him and he couldn't get it off. So they're pinging out the ward where it is. I mean, they do have tools to deal with the Timber Saw. If they catch him, if they lock him down, if he doesn't have a Dispel mechanic and Feeble, Scotty plus the Spirit Vessel, it's definitely more than enough.
Yeah, that was a very greedy spot for Radix to be in on his own. Don't think he'll be making that mistake again. Now that he can see how quickly Chicken Fighters can deal with him. MKB now on Coma. The damage really starting to come out from the Medusa farm as well. Big difference now between what Coma's got and Gorg has. About over 3k net worth difference now between the carries. Coma stepping up as the game really starts to get towards that portion where Medusa's going to start falling into her element. And the question sort of lies, did T-Bolt get enough done in this earlier stage that they needed to?
It doesn't feel like it. They need to keep seeking for the fights. The longer they wait, the tougher it's going to get for them. As you said, that MKB is done on Medusa, which means Wind Ranger is going to have a harder time. I'd say natural item progression when you're playing against the core Wind Ranger. Now going for the BKB next. They have no abilities that go through magic immunity as well, so she's gonna feel very safe in these fights. CK needs level 20. Like Reality Rift, Pierce the Spell immunity, very good level 20 talent. I'd say one of the better ones out there. I bet if I asked you a question like, what's your favorite level 20 talent, you couldn't name 3 talents.
It's a hard question.
It is a tough question, yeah.
I mean, I don't normally get to level 20 in my games. I've already lost.
Yeah, you couldn't even name one. That's how hard the question is. Unless you're like hero specialist. Let's say.
I mean, when I'm playing, I'm just clicking the one with the golden rim around it. You know, that's the one the game's telling me is better. I don't need to read. Yeah, if I wanted to read words, I'd pick up a book.
If it has too much text, I'm taking the other one.
That's not a bad logic to live by. Easy kill there for Excalibur. It's still unlikely to really open up much for Team Bold here as they still fall further behind. What's Ratchet's got going on next? He's nearly got that Hex. Obviously with the Grim on his team, potential for some nice double hexes.
Puck still thinking about his item. He needs Eon Disc and the Lincoln Sphere probably, because now they do have a Hex as well, and he wants to be able to just be annoying, go in and out multiple times. It's very easy, because you do have Medusa, you do have Keeper of the Light to replenish your abilities.
Oh! Ixon. Oh, he's going to suffer the fate of a Mars finding him once more this game. Not an easy game for the Monkey King.
Yeah, I would compare Monkey King's game in this one to Ursa in the game 1.
Yeah, it's just
not
kind of
an
fully
easy
counted.
time.
Yeah. What? Top lane Supreme. He's been hexed. He's got that Eon Disc. He's trying to commit to get the kill on Pablo. He won't quite get it. Pablo's able to make it away. The question is if Supreme himself can back. Oh, he wasn't
able to blink out.
I get him, but the Chakram lockdown and the Shackle shot. That's Supreme out. Big kill here for Team Bold whilst they are playing on the back foot, taking Supreme out for 70 seconds now. And Roshan is up.
That's the second Roshan with Aegis and Shard.
I mean, can they try and force it whilst the puck's dead, or?
I don't think so. Like, with the blast, with Arena about to come online, Medusa can come in, send the illusions, disrupt them for a couple of seconds, but they can try. They can try to do it. The Radix is going to start. Oh, there's double damage on Vendrick.
Oh,
never mind.
That's the difference maker here, for sure, yeah. They're going to have that extra bit of speed to this. And yeah, unless there's a jump in time, can anyone get involved? They're going to try, but no, it's already done. Gorg takes the kill, grabs the Aegis and the shard.
That double damage and a lot of work.
Yeah.
We've seen Chicken Fighters trying to approach a Roche fight, but it was a bit too late. They got surprised. They had no vision whatsoever. And Gork going for Scotty, which is going to be great against Medusa. Scotty against range heroes just feels really good. Some of these things I would love to see being patched like right after DPC. Like tiny dead profit damage, Harpy scout creep, Scotty even lower the numbers a little bit.
That's an aggressive smoke from Chicken Fighters, showing that they're not scared, even with Team Bold having the Aegis on Gorg. They still very much know how strong Coma is. Yeah, very, very important take of the Roshan there, though, for Team Bold. If that falls into the hands of Chicken Fighters, they may have just been one push away from losing the game.
I don't think Chicken Fighters are too afraid of fighting into this Aegis. They've shown in the previous game that they still want to take fights, and especially on CK. Like, if he wants to pop the Phantasm and also pop the BKB, if they bring him down once, they're not going to have a problem bringing him down the second time.
Gorg. He's about 700 and then have Skadi done. But at the same time, we did see with that movement, looks like, you know, Team Bold, they want to try something with this Aegis. Got 3 minutes still left to play with it. They know each moment, Coma is just only going to keep extending that lead. Working towards the Satanic next.
He hit level 25. One of the better 25 out there, huh?
Hey, I know that one. Stone Gaze duration. Oh no, never mind, that's the 20!
No, the split shot uses
yeah.
modifiers. I know you're trolling.
No, to be fair, that is one that you do know, because does anyone ever take the 75 intelligence? That's got to be one of the least picked 25 talents, right?
If you misclick.
If you misclick. 6%. Who is that? Who is the 6%?
Like, show me the nicknames of these players. I'll add them.
Get them up there
I'll
right
add them
now.
on Steam right now. Have a talk with them.
Who's taking the 75 in? Someone is.
It's those players that play against the Nyx Assassin and Anti-Mage. Those are the players.
Oh, Gorg! A bit of a poke to start things. They got the Shackle Shot. Excalibur's in with the BKB. They're focusing down Coma. The follow-up stun's there. They're bringing his mana down very, very low. Coma's in trouble. He's got just enough mana to get the Stone Gaze off. Maybe that's enough to turn things. BKB's out as well. Coma moving in position as he's locked down Gorg. Gorg still has the Aegis. We'll get the Phantasm off. Radix jumps in over towards Coma, but Coma is just getting topped up consistently by the Keeper of the Light, Eric, keeping his mana up. As Excalibur is being coiled.
They need some kind of damage. They need a jump on him.
Oh, Supreme's not going to look for the dive.
He bought back. I think he needed to. I mean, it's a difficult one. If he dies there, then it's a big problem.
Sure, but if he gets Excalibur, then Excalibur's no buyback and maybe the game's over.
Yeah, I mean, not game over, but they get something. Like, he gets some value from his buyback. But they can still lock him down, even with the Eon Disc. Because Eon Disc was not ready, I think, in that fight. That's why he died. And we've seen Coma dropping very low. They do replenish mana with Chakra, and he also got the shard for himself. So cold-blooded, whenever you're targeted with a spell, you send a snake. 12-second cooldown ability. This is now disabled by a break. It wasn't in the previous patch. So if someone wants to get a Silver Edge, I don't see anyone getting it, but
no, what do we got?
No, just saying it. Oh. He completed the Scotty. Yeah. They want to fight again. They know that there's no.
Yeah, I mean, if they kill Supreme, then the game's in kind of a scary spot for Chicken Fighters.
When they get there, everything's gonna be ready. Stone Gaze, Mars Arena with the refresher, and also Puck Coil available. Medusa ulti also ready.
Ixen's in. The arena's down, but he's able to completely get blown up there by the E-Blade combo. That's Ixen gone, and maybe a stop there to any chance of Team Bold making a move into Chicken Fighters. Now refresher on Zib8 too, so he's ready to go for another round with the arena. Another one of those games where we are seeing the the S and White on top of the Manta, in fact, here for the build-up on Coma.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
They're doubling up. I mean, yeah.
Get
what,
that
you're
double
losing out.
Yasha value. He should get Yasha on top of that, and Kaya Yasha.
Yeah, let's go. The full Yasha build. But yeah, an interesting... Yeah, as you said, I don't think I've seen sort of the double Yashas.
And I think I know why, because it's not good. I think that's why other professional players are not building it.
Well, we'll see. Maybe if he loses the game now, we could point at the build. But,
maybe he's thinking, I don't know, needs status resistance against the stuns, against the lockdown. But why not build...
Why not Halberd?
No, why not SNY in the first place?
Oh, I see. Just not... Yeah, fair.
Maybe he didn't notice he has Manta style.
Maybe. Well, we're going to see Radix get looked towards by Jibbe. Jibbe committed the BKB for that. Now he's going to try and run Ixen. He'll commit it with the Boundless Strike. He's given them the chance to get the bind off on the two of them, but still Ixen will die. Gorg, he wants to go. He's in with the jump. He'll commit straight away over towards Supreme, but Supreme, he'll be fine for now. They've turned with the Feed Script 5 up, locking down Radix. Coma Stone Gaze, forcing Team Bold to back off. Radix, he'll fall. See the chase here, Supreme. Dream Coil out onto the two of them. E-Blade burst as well, kills off Gorg. Jibbe is in with the rebuke, bursts down another. Excalibur, he's caught Supreme, but the Nightmare. It's going to keep Supreme safe and allow Chicken Fighters to keep chasing
TP
down.
out.
Oh, he's going to be BKB and maybe fight. He's trying to get back in, but the block there from Jibbe. He's holding back the arrows, means that Excalibur couldn't quite get those last hits in onto Supreme. Great save from Jibbe.
Yeah, nicely done. Jibbe has been on point. He had like 1 second to pop the arena before he used refresher, so could have had like 2 arenas. I don't think it would change much, but because he refreshed to have a BKB in that fight and then pop the arena. But Coma, he seems unkillable. Maybe it's because he has SNY and Manta style.
I'd say, I mean, it's definitely going to be feeling good for him. He's only died the once this game. So without a doubt, still pretty unkillable. Oh, see the jump? Excalibur playing in a very dangerous zone there, close to the reach of Supreme. Chicken Fighters, they'll get the space to finish up this mid-range. The melee and the range taken down.
I'd like to hear more about like his item build. If they win this game,
yeah,
maybe go for an interview and ask him about it, because I'm very curious.
Ixen in the trees. He's definitely suffered quite a bit this game, Ixen. 115 and 3, they've been out for him. Oh, and they're going to be out for him again. Again, they're really out for him. Coil, Arena, they'll drop it to kill this Monkey King.
I think Jibbe used like 10 arenas to kill Monkey King.
It's definitely killed Ixen the most this game.
16, that's... He's not scaling. He's the lowest in terms of net worth. Grimstroke has Aghanim Scepter. That's a big one if Medusa is not attacking it.
Oh, yeah.
They need to disable her because she just right-clicks it and the illusion takes 300% damage. So very easy to be brought down. And now full Daedalus on Medusa.
Coma hitting very, very hard.
Well, if he's going for Swift Blink, it means he's gonna need to sell one of these 2 items.
Probably the SMI, right? Or do you think maybe even the Manta?
I think he sells Manta there.
He sells Manta, yeah. Let's see how good Team Bold's high ground is when they've got everybody alive. It's going to be coming in soon, that push. Roshan will be back up at 10 seconds in the mid. Starting things on to Radix. They're trying to burst him. They've got the grip locked down. Coma coming in for the side with the Stone Gaze, but here's Gorg ready to turn up for the fight. He's bringing down the pain. Pullbacks there onto Ixen. Ixen trying to run, but he'll get taken out. Coma now dealing insane amounts of damage here from the Medusa. It's 3 dead on Team Bold. Gorg left on his own. He'll also fall.
This might be it. They might call it. I'm not sure if they have enough firepower to fight this Medusa. Double arenas, them just resetting multiple times. Medusa not touched. Full mana, full HP.
Should be ready to close this up. Can they really do it as the three of them? Gorg's got buyback, but no buyback for Excalibur or Ixon. Excalibur 1200 short. Chicken Fighters now clean up the remainder at the base up top. This top rack's going down. They should have time to swing around bottom as well if they want to look to threaten the Megas.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen. Radiant's middle tower.
See what they call this from Team Ball. Do they want to try and risk a fight before Gorg's back up? They might have to. Supreme looking to close it up. It's got the burst. They've got the damage spear to break the coil. Buyback is available on Pablo. And
This is it, to do or die.
they've got to get this Medusa off their Ancient. As here's the start for the defense. In with the Halberd. Gorg pots the BKB. They'll open up onto Coma, but Gorg not doing enough damage here as the Fiend's Grip will hold down Radix. Coma's just going to look to close the game. GG is called. And Chicken Fighters with this third game win will take the series 2-1.